Welcome in to historic Billwood Field. Justin Hergert alongside for Game 18, the 2023 Rocky Mountain League season for your Dodge City A's. The A's enter today's contest 8-9 overall. Another non-league matchup as they face these North Platte Plainsmen. The A's have won 2 in a row against the Plainsmen, and we are getting ready to go as they finish clearing the field. Let's go ahead and get started with the starting lineups. Leading off will be the center fielder, number 16, Zach Knowlton. Batting second, the left fielder, number 1, Cade Owens. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 15, Major Maiden. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 32, Sam Bond. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 23, Jovan Suarez. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 34, Tucker Bond. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 5, Braden Zirkle. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 20, Trey Runge. And rounding out the lineup for the North Platte Plainsmen is the catcher, number 21, Carmelo Ortiz. It will be Peyton Ramsey getting the start on the mound for the North Platte Plainsmen, and we will take a look. Here is the starting lineup for your Dodge City A's. Batting first, the second baseman, number 1, Juan Rivera. Batting second, the right fielder, number 6, Cooper Schneider. Batting third, the shortstop, number 16, Preston Gamster. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, center fielder, number 3, Nolan Williams. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 23, Cooper Tompkinson. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 7, Rudy Gonzalez. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Dawson Stutz. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 9, Matthew Sandoval. And rounding out the lineup for the Dodge City A's is number 28, the designated hitter, Jordan Rodriguez. It will be number 8, Bryson Adair on the mound, getting his first start for the Dodge City A's. That is our lineups. You can see the batting order on the stream. And for those of you that may just be listening along, that is our starting lineup in Game 3 of the non-league matchup between the Dodge City A's and the North Platte Plainsmen. Again, the A's have taken games 1 and 2 here at Billwood Field, looking for the series sweep as we get ready to go. Clear skies around us. A few clouds off to the west, but getting ready to go after it did rain here in North Platte last night. So I know that the Plainsmen spent time earlier today working on the field, trying to dry it out, getting it ready to go so that way we could play ball here this evening. I am Justin Hergert, will be alongside Carter Olson assisting on the live stream. And it is the Dodge City A's and North Platte Plainsmen. The A's looking to draw even on the season at 9-9 and take a series sweep of the Plainsmen here in North Platte. We will be back with you after first pitch as we are getting ready to go. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. First pitch to Juan Rivera, delivered at 6:41 p.m., and we are underway as that pitch comes in for strike number one. The A's looking for the series win here tonight, and the series sweep called strike two. First pitch ball, back-to-back strike calls to him. Rivera grounds one to the shortstop just out of his outstretched arms, and a leadoff hit. Runner aboard for your Dodge City A's. That will bring up Cooper Schneider. Schneider, the right fielder tonight for the Dodge City A's, has spent the last couple of nights in the field in center field, moving over to right field tonight. The first pitch to him in for strike number one. That pitch inside, a 1-1, and Juan Rivera picking up where he left off with thievery on the base paths, moving over to second on the stolen base. Currently 84 in North Platte, feels like 86. Thunderstorms possible later tonight as Schneider chops that one foul. 1-2 the count to him. Winds light and variable here in North Platte. East-southeast at 10 mile an hour. So they are blowing in from center field at about 10 mile an hour. Mainly clear skies here. The 1-2 pitch to Schneider. A rope headed out into right field, and Sam Bond not able to hold on to that one as it was in his glove. That will put runners on second and third. Nobody out for the Dodge City A's. And we will see what they rule that one. I'm going to say it's a hit because Bond was on the move. They've ruled it an error. I have a hard time saying that it is an error. 0-1 count to Gamster. Swung on and missed. That makes it 0-2 to the shortstop tonight, Preston Gamster.
Rivera singled. Schneider reached second on an error by Sam Bond, with the ball popped in and out of his glove.
0-2 coming to Gamster. The pitch misses outside, makes it 1-2. The A's will return home back to Dodge City tonight, back on the road tomorrow to repay the trip to Derby. That game, a 7 p.m. start for your Dodge City A's. Another non-league contest. The 1-2 delivery fouled off. And that will bring the count back to 1-2. So we await the 1-2 pitch. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. The pitch missing high makes it 2-2. The A's wearing their gray pants, green tops, white numerals and letters outlined in yellow, green hats. The Plainsmen in white pants. That a foul pitch will do the 2-2 over again. The Plainsmen with white pants, green socks for those that are wearing the higher pants, gray tops with black numerals outlined in green, and green hats. We will go to work. A 2-2 count against Gamster. That one comes in, hits by pitch.
Hit by pitch, and the first three men have all reached base for the Dodge City.
Bases loaded for the Dodge City A's,
Right now, this is starting to look
and nobody out. That will bring in Nolan Williams. So let's take a step back and get you caught up as to how we find ourselves in a bases loaded situation. 3 runners in to the top of the first. Juan Rivera leads off, hits a single through the gap over at third base. Cooper Schneider, a double that is just past the glove of the right fielder. And Preston Gamster is hit by pitch. First pitch in to Williams, misses for ball number 1. The Plainsmen, they come into tonight's contest 5-19 on the season. Your Dodge City A's 8-9 overall. That pitch to Williams evens the count at 1 apiece. The pitch swung on and missed. A 1-2 count, and every batter that the pitcher has faced has found himself in at least a 1-2 count at some point. The pitch, a line drive that will go out to left field, gets down for a hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Schneider around third, and 2 runs home for the Dodge City A's.
And the Plainsmen are already in a 2-0 hole. The first 4 batters have all reached base. All of them have seen a 2-strike count against them.
So that will bring in Cooper Tompkinson. Nobody out, 2 runs scored, runners on first and second. First pitch in to Tompkinson for ball 1. Ramsey delivers that one outside, makes it 2-0. And Ortiz and Ramsey having a quick chat as things not getting started the way the Plainsmen would have hoped after finding themselves falling behind in games 1 and 2 to your Dodge City A's. Cooper Tompkinson at the plate. Tompkinson, the 5th batter in this inning. Nobody out. The 2-0 pitch coming from Ramsey. Tompkinson will foul that one off. Finds himself in the count at 2-1. Dodge City A's in the middle of a long string of non-league contest games. That pitch missing inside, a 3-1 count to Tompkinson. The North Platte Plainsmen looking at an entry into the Rocky Mountain League, and if that does, that would bring 2 more teams, the North Platte Plainsmen and the Gehring Pioneers. A high fly ball out into right center or left center that will get down for a hit. Bases loaded for your Dodge City A's.
None of them have been put out, and it's bases loaded again for Rudy Gonzalez. Down to second goes Nolan Williams. Over to third goes Preston Gamster on the single by Cooper Tompkinson. And things have
So that will bring up Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the catcher tonight for your Dodge City A's. Let's take a step back and look at the defense for the Plainsmen. From left to right in the outfield, it is Owens, Knowlton, and Bond. A strike to Rudy Gonzalez. Around the infield, it is Suarez, Runge, Zirkle, and Tucker Bond. That pitch fouled off. Gonzalez down in the count, 0-2.
This is batter number 5 that has seen a 2-strike count against him as Ramsey tries to shake it off.
It is Ramsey getting the start on the mound for the Plainsmen, and Ortiz behind the plate, the battery. That pitch gets to the shortstop. The throw to first, not in time, so they get one out on the fielder's choice.
Of this inning, they go 6-4. Down to third goes Williams. On the fielder's choice reaches Gonzalez. That scores a run, 3-0 Dodge City A's.
So Cooper Tompkinson erased off the base paths, but another run scores, a 3-0 contest in favor of the Dodge City A's. That puts runners on the corners, and the courtesy runner for the catcher Gonzalez will be Brian Gardner.
Gonzalez will get to go back to the dugout, put on the pads, get ready to catch again. So a new man
So it is Brian Gardner on the base paths for Rudy Gonzalez, and Nolan Williams over at third. The first pitch to Dawson Stutz in for strike number one. 3 runs have scored, and the 7th batter at the plate this inning for the Dodge City A's. The pitch fouled off, finds himself down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Ramsey as he comes set, working from the first base side of the runner.
that will be 2 men down. They got the man in a pickle. Carmelo Ortiz slips. They had him dead to right at first.
A swing and a miss will get
So back into the bag goes Brian Gardner. There are 2 men out.
Dawson Stutz out. Brian Gardner was caught in a rundown. He slipped about
Away with still runners at the corner.
20 feet-ish off of the base and was nearly caught in a rundown. Back to first safely. Runners on the corners, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Matthew Sandoval now at bat for the A's.
Pretty much all last night after the game. The field this morning did not look great. We were able to dry it out, though, for today's contest.
The first pitch to Sandoval, grounded to the second baseman circle. Throw to first will be in time, and that will end the inning. The A's send 8 to the plate, score 3, and strand 2. We are headed to the bottom of the first. The A's leading 3-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bryson Adair on the mound for your Dodge City A's. And he sends the leadoff hitter, Zach Knowlton, back to the dugout on 3 pitches, a backwards K, 1 away for the Plainsmen. That brings up Cade Owens. Owens has been in the lineup the last 2 nights for the Plainsmen. The 1-0 delivery misses inside, making it 2-0. So after 3 straight strikes, a 2-0 count now to Cade Owens. The pitch called strike makes it 2-1. The defense for your Dodge City A's is as follows. From left to right in the outfield, it is Sandoval, Williams, and Schneider. Around the infield, Stutz, Gamster, Rivera, and Tompkinson. 3-1 count to Owens, a line drive that gets into the gap.
To get their first hit rather than last inning, which it took them 6 entire innings. A single by Owens, a shot right on through. That's
A
gonna
runner on board for the Plainsmen.
especially look at his last week. His bat must be enchanted. Hitting 270 on the
And that will bring in Major Maiden. Maiden, the designated hitter tonight for the Plainsmen. The
slugging 432.
Dodge City A's have Bryson Adair on the mound getting his first start, and it is Rudy Gonzalez behind the plate for the Battery. The first pitch to Maiden misses for ball number 1.
Day was the perfect day for Major Maiden to be in the lineup. Yesterday,
The 1-0 pitch coming from Adair as he looks over at first. He'll come set.
1-0
The 1-0 delivery comes in high.
Major Maiden
A 2-0 count back-to-back times now.
to get through, and after the leadoff man
The A's have started or have gotten batters in a 2-0 count.
up to hit next.
1 away for the Plainsmen, 1 on. That pitch at Gamster goes to second for 1, first. That will end the inning on the double play as the North Platte Plainsmen go down 1-2-3 unconventionally. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
Dodge City on top.
Welcome back in to historic Bellwood Field. Justin Hergert alongside with Carter Olson on the color commentary tonight. Thank you, Carter, for helping out.
Yeah, no problem.
So as we head into the top of the second, the A's sent 8 to the plate.
3 runs plated.
in the top of the first, and it is the 9-hole hitter Jordan Rodriguez due up for the Dodge City A's. He takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. And Carter getting started early is one of the keys that the A's want to see happen.
Oh yeah, we definitely had a good top of the first inning. I think the key for us lately has been being consistent with big innings. Yesterday we ended the game with 6 straight zeros, which we definitely do not want.
Runge has it go through his glove, circle covering, and it's a man on base to start the inning. Runge reached on down, tried to make a play on it.
An error on the shortstop.
That will be ruled an infield hit.
Actually, they're going to rule it a hit.
Interesting hit call. It looked like from our angle that could have been called an error, but either way.
An infield single for Jordan Rodriguez, and that will turn the lineup over as Juan Rivera swings at pitch number 1. Down in the count, 0-1 is Rivera.
He was unable to backhand. That was part of a first inning when the Plainsmen were unable to work out of the labyrinth they created for themselves. Down is going to be taken for ball 1, so the count is 1.
A 1-1 count to Rivera, and I'm working on getting to some stats for your Dodge City A's. Rivera hitting .354 on the season, a .523 on base percentage. 1-2 the count to Rivera. The A's with 1 on and nobody out, a 3-run lead in the top of the second. Throwback to first will not be in time. And
he was unable to get the man down.
Ramsey on the mound for the Plainsmen, concerned with the base runners, and rightfully so. Speed up and down the lineup for the Dodge City A's. That pitch right back at the shortstop. Runge gets through his glove, and Rodriguez will be on at third. That will be an error on the shortstop, Runge.
Runge is just unable to make a play on. They ruled a hit to Rodriguez. That one an error against Trey Runge, and it's 2 on, no
Runners on the corners.
Just like inning number 1.
So Rodriguez at third after he hits the infield single, and Juan Rivera now on at first. Nobody out. And that will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider, a double his last time up. That back at the shortstop. Runge, throw to first for 1. The throw to second, or throw to second for 1. Throw to first will not be in time. The fielder's choice.
4-0 Dodge City A's in inning number 2. Plainsmen arguing that there may have been interference, but they will not get the call. So a fielder's choice with 1 out has a man on base and a run already in. That'll bring up Gamster.
It still does a job there for Cooper Schneider. 1 run came in on that play.
It did the job that it was supposed to do. The A's with a 4-run lead, and that brings in Preston Gamster. Gamster hit by pitch his last time up. The pitch from Ramsey, a half-hearted swing by Gamster as he tried to check. Called strike anyway, down in the count, 0-1.
Ramsey checking the runner at first. He sets on up.
Ramsey comes set.
Deal on home. Runner goes
Schneider takes off, will get into second in time.
So a stolen base for Cooper Schneider. As the speed of the Dodge City A's has proven itself to be a dangerous thing once again. Second steal in
And I believe it is a 1-1 count
58 steals
to,
on the season.
nope, 0-2 on the scoreboard.
66 tries.
0-2 delivery coming from Ramsey. Runner on second, 1 away.
2 on to Gamster.
The pitch missing outside.
Carmelo Ortiz to stop it from rolling.
A 1-2 count for Preston Gamster. And the speed on the base paths showing for the Dodge City A's is already 2
Extend this at bat and
stolen bases here in the early part of this ball game.
after 1 high and hits it off towards the parking lot.
Pitch is fouled off, and we will do the 1-2 over again. The Dodge City A's an early lead, scored 3 in the first, 1 so far here in the second.
Been unable to get men out with 2 strikes as the Plainsmen defense has been unable
That
to
pitch, a high fly ball headed out into center field. Knowlton there to track it. He's got it. Schneider tags up, and he will be out dead to right.
bag is in time to to get him. What a double play. A fly out to Zach Knowlton and the cannon to get the runner trying to take third. We make our way to the bottom of inning number 2. 4-0.
So Schneider, a 8-5 put out.
That's the spark we need.
That will end the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the second, a 4-run ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. We get ready to go back to work in the bottom of the second. Your A's in control of this one, 4-0.
Will come up to hit here in the bottom of inning number 2. Plainsmen trailing by 4 runs. They got a single in inning number 1, but another double play ball with men on. Stranded North Platte in a tough position. They now
A
trail
4-0 lead for the A's.
working on again. The first of the Bond
And Sam Bond up at the plate for the North Platte Plainsmen. The first pitch from Adair comes in low for ball number 1. The Plainsmen went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. That pitch grounded. Gamster comes up with it. He makes a play on it. Not able to hold on to it as that will be an infield hit. And that will bring in Javon Suarez. Runner on, nobody out. First pitch to Suarez in for ball number 1. 1-0 delivery coming from Adair. Runner on first. The pitch swung on and missed. Makes it 1-1. One and one the count. To Suarez. That pitch, a high fly ball headed out. Not sure that Schneider saw it. He's got it. One away.
There is out number 1. A fly out right to Schneider, who was able to find it and glove it, and that will bring up the
Brings in Tucker Bond. Tucker played in the first game against the Dodge City A's.
This is just the second time this year that the Bond boys have been in the lineup at the same time. And now maybe trying to provide some magic as the first pitch will be taken. That will be ball 1 just outside.
A 1-0 count to Tucker Bond. Brother Sam on in front of him at first.
All too well.
All three batters a leadoff ball so far this inning. The grounded to Gamster that go to second for one, the throw to first in time. A double play that will end the inning for the North Platte Plainsmen. We're headed to the top of the second, a 4-0 ball game. We'll be back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Absolutely. So
Top of the third, the A's lead 4-0 as
first question I gotta ask you is what got
Ramsey back on the mound. Nolan Williams leads off, takes the first pitch. He sees strike number one. The 0-1 delivery from Ramsey, missing low, evens a count at one apiece.
Yeah, and what was that conversation like with Jared Jones when he decided to sit you down and talk to you about coming out to
1-1 count. Missing again, makes it 2-1.
Conversation. Me and Jones is, me and Coach Jones' relationship is pretty good. You know, we're always talking about everything, so it's a really easygoing conversation. He asked me if I wanted to.
Ramsey comes set. The 2-1 delivery, kicks and fires, missing high, makes it 3-1. Carter, that's something that the A's have been trying to take advantage of, is finding themselves deeper in pitch counts, laying off of bad pitches, and just trying to work counts in their favor. As
Exactly, yeah. The deeper we go into at bats, more pressure we put on the pitcher and the defense. You know, the defenders get distracted out there as we get deeper into the game. So, and we've seen it even in the first inning with the 2 errors out there by the shortstop. The more pressure you put on a team, the easier it is for them to break, and it gives us opportunities as a team to put runners on base and score more runs.
indeed. So a full count. Nolan Williams fouls off the payoff pitch. We'll do it over again right here. A swing fouled off as it goes by him. Ramsey looking for some clarification. And a 3-2 pitch again to Nolan Williams. That one missing high. Leadoff runner aboard for the Dodge City A's.
It's a 9-pitch at bat there for Nolan Williams.
The A's have worked their way into having the leadoff runner aboard in every inning so far, and that is another key, is working yourself into a position where you're getting runners on and just not giving away at bats. Brings in Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson, a fly ball out into left center field, his last time up. The first pitch that he will see from Ramsey comes in for strike number one.
Played in one of the camps for the kids, which I really enjoyed. Let's see what else.
0-1 delivery coming to Tompkinson. Williams will take off, and he will be in safely at second. Every inning so far, the A's have stolen at least one bag.
Yeah, and so today,
1-1 count to Cooper Tompkinson. Runner on second, nobody out. The A's leading 4-0. The pitch, a chopper that just through the glove of the first baseman, Bond. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. I'm going to say that's probably an error. We'll see what the scoreboard rules. Yep, we are in agreement. E3 puts runners on the corners and brings in Rudy Gonzalez, the catcher, tonight for the Dodge City A's. Gonzalez hit into a fielder's choice, and first pitch swinging out into center field. That will get so the sacrifice fly by Gonzalez.
Well, Senston, have you beefed up on your Taylor Swift knowledge, or is it still kind of at the same spot it was?
One away for the A's. Another run scores.
Heads up play there by Cooper Tompkinson taking second base as that throw went through the cutoff man.
Runner on second. A swing and a miss by Dawson Stutz, who struck out his last time at the plate. He's down in the count 0-1. By the way, Rudy Gonzalez was first pitch swinging. Swing and a miss by Stutz, down in the count 0-2. Stutz trying to take out some aggression in those swings. 0-2 pitch from Ramsey. He'll look back, throws back to second. And the second baseman, Zirkle, about 3 feet away. Cooper Tompkinson getting up gingerly, but up and moving around. He'll take his lead off of second.
Around this time last week, the guys were playing the Australian team. What was the experience like playing a team?
Swung on and missed. Stutz will go down on strikes for the second time. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. A's leading 5-0. And that will bring up Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval grounded out to second base his last time up. The A's working their second trip through the batting order. The pitch comes in for strike number one to Sandoval. The A's finishing up their final long road trip of the year. Everything from here will be day trips for the Dodge City A's. Is that a loud, long foul, strike number 2 on Matthew Sandoval. The 0-2 pitch to him. Ramsey delivers, misses high for ball number 1. The A's will host the Plainsmen as they come to Dodge City here in about
Heads up. Oh, no.
10 days, and that fouled off right at a fan over in the pavilion that is used for the pre- and post-game meal. A fan falling off the bench. Everybody in the press box having a good laugh at that one. That is one of the dangers of playing baseball. You have to be aware of your surroundings. at all times.
You know, coming here,
We'll go back to work. A 1-2 count for Sandoval
and
as Ramsey comes set. Kicks and fires and misses outside.
yes, the Japanese
Makes it 2-2.
are incredible. I learned a lot. So for my college, I'm an infielder, and ski. Mitsuki has been teaching me a lot.
Runner on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild. The pitch. Missing out. A full count to Sandoval.
On what I can take away from here. Just learning from them, and they're a little bit.
Sandoval, the only returning member from last year's Dodge City A's,
Yeah, just the style of baseball that they play is just.
making an impact, playing a little bit of everything. That fly ball headed out into center field, gets down for a hit. The throw home, Cooper Tompkinson coming in to score. That throw home wild, gets over the head of Carmelo Ortiz, the catcher. Another run scores, and that will put Sandoval out on second. A hit and an error allows Sandoval to advance.
Another 8-pitch at bat, the second one this inning, and Matthew was rewarded for that one.
It's been an absolute joy to be able to play with them, work with them, practice hitting DT.
That will bring up Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a single on the infield, his last time up. The A's, with their second trip around the batting order, that pitch fouled off. Rodriguez down in the count, 0-2. Ramsey getting himself ahead in counts quite frequently, but not able to hold on as the A's just sitting back and waiting for pitches that they like better. That one missing outside. A 1-2 count for J-Rod. And so much of what summer baseball is giving these guys opportunities to get at bats, see different pitches, and learn how to take swings that will get them into places. That pitch, a high fly ball out to right field, just ahead of the warning track. That will end the inning as the A's score 2 more, leading this one 6-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Alrighty, well, Kyle, thank you. Number 3, as that ball is hit on the ground by Braden Zirkle, foul. So we'll go to
Braden Zirkle leads off the bottom of the third inning as the Plainsmen have gone down 1-2-3 in the first and second so far. Zirkle down in the count, 0-1. Bryson Adair working his third inning. That pitch bounces off of the plate, makes it 1-1.
Dodge City Series, Zirkle was hitting around 2 of his Class 5.
1-1 delivery from Adair. Swung on and missed. Gets Zirkle down in the count 0-2. And Carter, I don't know about you, but I am definitely looking forward to our return back to the friendly confines at Cavalier.
Oh yeah, I definitely am. I mean, it's been nice.
A line drive out into left field that will get runner aboard for
The Plainsmen, the first 2 hits have all been cut down on double plays. But that
Yeah,
was
so
a
it's
little
definitely been
cut
nice
out
up here in
into the
Nebraska.
outfield.
A little bit cooler weather, but I definitely miss Kansas.
Number 3.
Really excited to get back to playing at Cavalier Field because there really is no better place to play summer baseball than back in Dodge City.
Well, like they say, there's no place like home, and that place is Cavalier Field.
Taylor Swift Day.
And we definitely look to that return. The first pitch to Runge
Ball 1.
in for ball number 1.
So it goes to 0-1.
Bryson Adair working his 3rd inning of work for the Dodge City A's. Runner on, nobody out.
So I was able to cut together something that worked within 15
1-0 delivery coming.
seconds. 10 minutes. That one's going to be
Misses a little low, makes it 2-0.
on to Runge, and if he does well today, maybe that stays his walk-up song throughout the year. We've seen men change their walk-up song and go on hitting tears.
2-0 pitch coming to Runge.
Has been another something about a new
And
song.
after it took 6 innings to get a hit for the Plainsmen last night, a hit in every inning so far. Swing and a miss for Runge.
On to Runge.
2-1 count
One hit on the year
to
now
him.
against the Denver Rough Riders. He thought he had walked. They had called a strike against him to fill the count, so he just doubled it into the gap.
2-1 delivery for Runge.
The 2-1
Adair comes set, looks in. The pitch, swung on and missed, makes it 2-2.
Runge went fishing for one. That one's not going to be hit even with your eyes open. So we make our way to 2-2. Nobody down, a runner on first. Bryson and you're trying to work out of another man on base. He's allowed
2-2
4
pitch.
hits in 3 innings.
Fouled off, and we'll do it over again. The A's
We stay at 2-2.
doing the best out of a situation where their pitching staff,
Trying to move
I guess the best way to say it, shorthanded.
dancing down there on the first
But
base
you
bag.
wouldn't think it in the performances that the A's have put forward, only having struggles
Steps back into the right-handed batter's box.
against other teams like the Hazarks and Liberal BJs.
Bryson Adair.
The 2-2 delivery
2 on to Runge.
to Runge. Another fly ball. It's headed out to left field, and it will fall in for a hit.
Number 2 for
Back-to-back
Trey
hits,
Runge.
runners
There are 2
on
with
first and
nobody out.
second
Down
for
second,
the
right
Plainsmen.
circle. And now the 9-hole hitter, Carmelo Ortiz, will come up to hit.
That will bring in the catcher
Has a single
Ortiz.
And a double on the year. And now Carmelo Ortiz is batting .333 on the season.
And for the first time this game, the Plainsmen have a runner in scoring position.
For us doing Taylor Swift Day at Billwood Field.
The A's opting to play center field a little bit shallow,
Every single inning
and
to
left
this point,
field
we'll try and get another ground ball double play to the
shaded to the third base line.
showing bunt is Ortiz.
A bunt
Down the line, and
will
here's
get
Ortiz.
Ortiz on. That will load the
The run
bases.
works to perfection. Bases juiced. Nobody down on the top of the Plainsmen batting order.
A bunt single.
We'll go to Zach Knowlton, who struck out
Bases
looking.
loaded, nobody out. We're going to have a quick conversation on the infield with Gonzalez and Adair.
Out in front of the mound. On the shortstop, Preston Gamster as well. The talk over the next
And
Knowlton
McConaughey
has
will
settled
go
down
out
as
the
we have a
pinch runner,
coming in.
courtesy
Who
runner
I just had a few
for
podcasts with.
Ortiz.
Kyle McConaughey. McConaughey, who I was just speaking with in the booth, talking about his game and his time with the Plainsmen.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
As a courtesy runner.
And Carter, this might be the first time that the Plainsmen have had bases loaded in this series.
Yeah, I think it is. And Adair has not been throwing bad pitches, just a string of bad luck and a good bunt by their catcher just has put him in this situation. if we can get another ground ball here, that'd be big.
He has 8 runs batted in.
Zach Knowlton at the plate for the Plainsmen, struck out looking his last time up. Pitch comes in and hits him. That will score one.
Bases stay loaded. It's 6-1. Dodge City, the Plainsmen have a man on the board. Down to third moves Runge. Down to second.
1 run scores. It is a 6-1 ball game. Still nobody out.
But not in the field as Kate Owens will hit.
And the A's always try to stay out of the big inning.
He had one on the
We'll see what happens here. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1 run scored. The pitch to Owens. A long, loud foul ball for strike number 1.
Owens will
Great job to
long
get ahead
foul
there.
ball that hits off the batting turtle down the right field line. As a deer tries to get through it. Is
0-1 delivery.
is late up the middle.
A fly line drive out into center field. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. Runners on the corners for the Plainsmen.
Milton, this lead has been cut in half. 6-3. Dodge City leading the Plainsmen. Scoring easily was Trey Runge. Kyle McConaughey was right behind him. The RBI 2-run single up the middle by Kate Owens. And now it's Major Maiden. As Colby DeVille makes his way out of the dugout to talk
Coach
to Bryson and
Cardoza coming out to have a conversation
and he's gonna try
with
and
Adair.
send him on down. Another run is in to score for the Plainsmen.
The A's always send out their head coach. It is always Coach Esteban that goes out to have the mound visits. The entire infield comes in. Nobody down in the A's bullpen currently.
First 3 batters all reached on singles. Knowlton was hit by the pitch. Kate Owens singled up the middle. 2 runs came across to score, and the bases will be at the corners for Major Maiden when this mound reading breaks up.
So if you're just joining in, a 6-3 ball game. The A's scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and the Plainsmen breaking through with so far 3 here in the third. The A's 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Plainsmen 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for them.
For the Plainsmen.
It looks like Caden Norman heading down to the bullpen.
Norman heading to the bullpen. Throw to first was not in time.
Thus far for the Plainsmen. That ties the team lead. Adair waits in his
First pitch to Maiden.
inside. Runner goes down to second. The double steal. The ball skips away. It's a 2-run game. The double steal. The Plainsmen playing small ball. And how about it? It scores something as Owens steals second. The throw skipped away. It scores Zach Knowlton. That's going to be error number 1 on this ball game. As Maiden will still be at the dish.
So a stolen base for Cade Owens and a throwing error that scores Knowlton. It's a 6-4 ball game.
One is taken for strike
Nobody
by
out.
Maiden. It is
That
now 0-2
taken
as the
for
Plainsmen
strike
remain on
number
second,
2.
trailing by just 2 runs with nobody out, excuse me. But Maiden is back in the count 0-2. Plainsmen now trail by just 2 runs. The 0-2 on home, swinging a ground ball on the infield.
Ground ball to second.
Into the glove of Rivera. Running is Kate Owens. Owens will score. Major Maiden is at first base. Back-to-back errors. And the Plainsmen trail by just a run. Major Maiden should have been out on an easy ground ball for Juan Rivera, but he muffed it. Kate Owens scores. Maiden is down at first. And with a man on and still nobody out, it's Sam Bond. A crazy
A,
inning for the Plainsmen. They have played it 5, and here's the big inning for the Plainsmen batsmen. First pitch to Bond.
Nobody out.
It goes
Base is clear now
1.
as the Plainsmen have sent,
Rivera sitting down there at
or no,
second
base is not clear.
thinking
1
that
runner
it's
on,
bad.
and the 7th batter at the plate for the Plainsmen.
Maiden is down at
Sam Bond, the right fielder, hit a single his last time up.
The 0-1 swung,
That hit high at the elevator chute. Tompkinson tracking it. He'll take it for out number one.
One man down. A pop-up to Tompkinson is the first down here in the inning.
One away for the Plainsmen.
It only took him 6 batters.
An error allowed Maiden to get on. Juan Rivera, normally playing in the outfield, on the infield today at second base, and he missed it as he was charging in.
Maybe take a lead.
The first pitch coming to
First pitch is
Suarez,
that will be ball 1.
missing for ball number one.
Again, with only one man out, hitting in the middle of a bond twitch. With Sam up first, popped out.
One runner on, one away. The Plainsmen have scored 5. It is a 6-5 ball game.
1-0, bounces
Pitch
in the dirt, but a nice
misses
blow
low.
by Rudy Gonzalez, and it's 2-0.
2-0 the count to Suarez.
Just a run. If they can tie it up here, all their problems in the first 3 innings would be just champagne problems. Coming
2-0
up,
pitch
set
from
is the
Adair. The pitch
fire on. That ball is lined. It is foul ball. 2-1.
falls foul down the third base side. 2-1 the count to Suarez.
Liner right down the line, a scorcher, did not hit in fair. As Bryson Adair takes his time, a righty is warming up in the Dodge City bullpen if this game continues to get out of hand. Especially with an inning that the A's have had multiple opportunities to get out of. None of them have been turned. 2-1, one man out to Jovan Suarez, the third baseman. He's got Major Maiden down at first. The
2-1 pitch coming from Adair. Delivered low, makes it 3-1.
3-1. The bread of the Bond Witch, Tucker Bond, is up next. As the meat, Jovan Suarez has
A 3-1 count for Suarez. Runner on first, one away for the Plainsmen. The pitch coming from Adair. A fly ball.
Moving back, Schneider. Schneider still moving back. He
What a
will
play.
make
Drops
it.
in.
Going back to first is Major Maiden. The throw will not beat him. That one looked like it was going to hit off the Jimmy John sign in right field. Instead, it falls into the glove of Cooper Schneider. There are 2 men out.
And
For Tucker
Cooper
Bond,
Schneider
who has 2
on
down,
his high horse.
that
I mean,
ball has to be
absolutely on his high horse. Covering,
carry out.
what is that?
Now Bond trying
Looks
to
to be
extend the inning.
360 feet. Ran to the 360 sign right under the scoreboard to make that play.
He had to have covered at least 80 feet to get to that fly ball.
Half swing, but he does go around, so it is
Oh, yeah.
And Bond down in the count, 0-1.
Go, Dan, go! Oh, 1 to Tucker Bond. Will be taken low, so it is 1-1.
1-1 the count to Tucker Bond, the 9th batter at the plate
To tie this ball game in
this
spot.
inning.
Bryson Adair.
Runner on first, 2 away. Adair comes set. The pitch
1-1 on home.
swung on and missed. Gets Bond down in the count, 0-1. Bond grounded into the double play that ended the second inning for the Plainsmen.
Trailed by just a run after entering this inning, trailing by 6.
The 1-2 delivery.
Does he go around at a ball that was in the dirt? He does not. We waited to see on it. The field umpire, Ron Russo, does not make the call on it, as now Esteban Cardoza Kendo will be out, and he's going to have a chat with the home plate umpire, Travis Monk. And now he's going to have a conversation with Ron Russo, the field umpire. Russo is
The field umpire not moving.
about the call. That he did not go. The Plainsman dugout saying that Tucker Bond did not make his way around on that swing. We're going to wait and see what the conversation between Russo and Monk yields, as Monk is trying to investigate his way through a check swing.
We're waiting from the call as the umpires meeting out in the field.
The first 6 batters reached base safely. The last 2 have all been outs. As we will now move our way, both umpires move back to their positions, so the count is 2-2.
A
on
2-2
the Tucker
count
He stays alive.
to Bond.
A nice turn of events. Digging in to the batter's box. 2-2. 2 down, runner at first. Plainsmen have 5 already across in the inning. The pitch home from Bryson Adair is going to be taken.
Ball 3, a full count
Is full.
to Tucker Bond.
Tucker Bond, who held the bat in his hand, and will face a full count. On deck is Braden Zirkle. The 3-2 pitch.
Bond goes, and that pitch
Strikeout, and the inning is
swung on and missed.
Plainsmen score 5 runs in the inning. It is a 1-run game.
6-5 ball game as we head to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Juan Rivera set to lead off
Wins the mascot
the
race.
top of the 4th inning as we have made our way through the first 3, a 6-5 ball game as the A's not able to stay out of the big inning in the bottom of the 3rd with the Plainsmen pleading 5. That pitch misses to Rivera for ball number 1.
Still toeing the rubber for the Plainsmen.
Ramsey still on the mound for the Plainsmen. That pitch missing for ball 2.
The lefty Rivera. And never in the Plainsmen wildest dreams it felt like 5 runs in the inning would happen. They got it in the last frame as that one's outside.
3-0 count
And
to Rivera.
on the lefty Rivera.
As the A's just need to do what they can and keep the bats swinging as he takes that one for ball number 1. Or strike number 1.
3-1 on home to Rivera. Is in there for strike 2. Peyton Ramsey dots a fastball on the black. And the count is full.
The full count now to Juan Rivera.
Coming on set. The full count home. That one is in the
That
dirt.
pitch misses. And for the 4th inning in a row, the Plainsmen have failed to keep the leadoff off of the base paths.
The leadoff batter is down on the bag as the Plainsmen will look to avoid falling into a lavender haze here in the 4th inning.
That will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider hit into a fielder's choice his last time up in the 2nd inning.
Schneider has reached on an error and a fielder's choice. He's driven in a run and scored one
The
himself.
first pitch to him missing Oh,
also 0-1.
called strike one.
And is ahead in a count.
0-1 count to Schneider.
0-1. Ramsey.
The
quick
throw
chip
back to
runner
first,
at
not in time.
Standing. It is still 0-1. Ramsey had some style to that pickoff play, but nothing happened.
Ramsey rightfully concerned. The A's
Come set.
with speed on the base paths as there goes Juan Rivera in safely at second.
Stolen base.
2 stolen bases in this ball game for Juan Rivera, and the A's with a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
By the Dodge City A's.
That will be a 1-1 count to Cooper Schneider.
Ramsey sets on up, fires the 1-1 in to Schneider.
Rivera takes off, and the throw to third, not in time. Back-to-back stolen bases.
3 stolen bases on the day for Juan Rivera.
3 times Rivera has thieved a base from the Plainsmen, and it is a 1-2 count to Cooper Schneider. The 1-2 pitch.
1-2 home swing.
A line drive or grounder at the shortstop. The throw to first,
It's going to be late.
not in time.
A run scores. It is 7-5 A's. They have made 1 back of the 5 they allowed in the last inning, and it's to a
And an
2-run
error.
win. That will be ruled an error by Runge, who bobbled it and just could not come up with it. So that is
So the leadoff walk comes around to bite the Plainsmen. The A's lead 7-5, and that brings in Preston Gamster. Gamster,
comes up to hit. Check the runner at first. He is back.
the shortstop, throw to first, not in time.
Concerned about the speed of men on base.
Gamster flew out to center his last time up. He was hit by pitch the first time he was at the plate.
Ortiz.
The first pitch coming to Gamster. The
Checks the
throw
runner.
back to first again,
What he did.
not in time.
Nothing fancy about that one.
And Ramsey seems to be more concerned with base runners than he is making pitches at the plate. That pitch finally comes in for a strike. Has Gamster down in the count 0-1.
Gamster at first.
0-1 count for Gamster. The pitch missing low makes it 1-1.
To 1-1 on the count. With Schneider still waiting on it. For
1-1 delivery coming from Ramsey as he comes set.
runner fakes going. Swing
A
and a fly ball.
swing and a fly ball headed out into deep left field.
Picking up his Owens.
It is gone. A 2-run home run over the left field wall.
3 runs come
And a 9-5 ball game as Preston Gamster just demolished one. And the A's back in the lead as they have scored in every inning so far.
as any close
What a
game
swing
for
there,
Plainsmen
and
wins
that
kid
was
against
no
the Dodge
pop-up.
City A's.
The wind's blowing in at about 8 to 10 miles per hour from left field today,
That one.
and that ball was killed and cleared well over the subway sign and off of the military building.
The subway sign, 2 signs to the left of the 360 power alley in left field. So I would put that at about 350 feet-ish.
Against the Plainsmen. First pitch is
That
taken
brings
off
in
the ball.
Nolan Williams.
Plainsmen did score 5 runs in the last half.
Williams walked on his last time up, takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1.
The 1-0. That is in
That
the
pitch
number 1
in
for
for
strike
strike.
1 and 1 that count.
Evens a count at 1-1 to Williams. And Williams, after struggling at the plate last night,
He is yet to be retired by Plainsmen pitching. 1 and 1.
having a night tonight, a single and a walk. Down in the count 1-2 currently is Williams.
As the Plainsmen try and get out of this frame, just the 3 runs of damage done. A
The
clean
A's have scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. That pitch fouled off,
Plainsmen allowed
2 in the third, and now 3 so far in the fourth, fueled by the 2-run shot over the left field wall by Preston Gamster. A 1-2 count
another inning of
to Nolan Williams. Nobody out, bases clear.
Williams.
And the A's swinging it well in this ball game.
From Ortiz.
The pitch from Ramsey as he comes set.
1-2.
Swung on and missed.
And a miss. There is out number 1 in the frame. Ramsey
And the
working
broadcaster's
play
cursed
after
cast
walking
upon
over
Nolan Williams. I am sorry and I apologize
man down.
to him.
As Davin Conway will come out.
That will bring up Cooper Tompkinson.
And it feels like that will be the day for Ramsey, who has 3 strikeouts to his name. Conway gives the sign, and so Peyton Ramsey's day will end. He goes 3
So the
and a
Plainsmen are going to make a pitching change.
with him pitching.
We will tell you about the new pitcher coming up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cooper Tompkinson grounds out to first after the new pitcher Hideyoshi Kawahara comes in for the Plainsmen.
Out of the frame. The 1-1 is high for ball 2. In a 4-run Plainsman deficit in Game 3 between the Plainsmen and the A's, Plainsmen are looking to avoid being swept for the first
Gonzalez at the plate in the count 2-1.
The That is line to left field. Kate Owens will have a play on it.
Owens pulls that one out of the air, out in left.
Night rain for the Dodge City A's makes it 9-5 as we make our way to the bottom half of inning number 4
And
here at Bill.
that will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the fourth, a 9-5 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. The A's elect to stay with Bryson Adair on the mound after the A's batters chase out the Plainsmen starter. He goes 3 1/3, allows 7 hits, walks 2, 9 runs, 1 hit by pitch, strikes out 3, and faces 22. Adair out for his now 4th inning of work. A 9-5 ball game for the Dodge City A's. Braden Zirkle leading off, led off the bottom of the third with a single. The first pitch to him.
The first pitch hits the knee of Braden Zirkle. So one pitch and the Plainsmen have a rally starter, HBP. He's on
Hit
down
by
first.
pitch. And that will bring in Trey Runge. Did I mention earlier in the broadcast that the A's with a shallow pitching staff?
Runge
Yes, I did, and that is the truth.
to his new walk-up song for today, All Too Well, and already it's worked out all too well for Trey Runge.
Trey Runge steps in. He hit a single his last time up.
His last time up just hit number 2 on the season.
Adair comes set. First pitch in to Runge, showing bunt.
That one is going to be inside for a strike. It is
Called
thrown by
strike.
Gonzalez, but Zirkle will not move up.
Runner on first, nobody out. And the A's trying to avoid another big inning
0-1 pitch from
after
Leader.
giving up 5 in the bottom of the third.
There is nobody warming in the Dodge City pen.
0-1 delivery from
Runge holds. That one is in the dirt, so it goes to 1-1. Still holding it first.
Adair, a 1-1 count to Runge.
Trying to send the Dodge City
Runge hit the single out into left field on a 2-2 count
trail by 4.
in the bottom of the third.
Coming set is
The
Adair.
first pitch, or 1-1 pitch coming to Runge. A grounder at the shortstop.
Sir, has it go through him. The two infielders don't communicate. Gamster and Rivera.
Runners
No
on.
blocking. The ball goes between them, and error has 2 on and nobody out. And the Plainsmen benefiting another error. I don't know who the mastermind of this kind of plan is.
Errors galore in this ball game. There are 7 combined between the two teams.
As that will be the 7th error in today's game. 3rd by Dodge City. 3 have been committed by the Plainsmen, as Carmelo Ortiz, who got an infield single on a bunt his last time up, is up to hit. He was trying to move 2 runners over instead.
Runners on first and second, nobody out. Ortiz at the plate. He got on an error. his last time up. The pitch,
That one is inside
missing
for ball one.
for ball one.
In a 4-run deficit, they scored 5 in the last frame. Anything would be beneficial to the North Platte side.
1-0 pitch to Ortiz.
1-0 on to Carmelo Ortiz from Adair. That one's on the ground on the infield. It's going to be a tough play for the third baseman, Stutz. Stutz on to first. It clangs in the dirt. Another infield hit for Carmelo Ortiz. 2 consecutive in the game, and that loads the bases with nobody out. Deja vu, anybody? The top of the lineup up to hit in Zach Knowlton with the bases all juiced on up. An absolutely gorgeous
Another error by the Dodge City A's.
for Carmelo Ortiz as Kyle McConaughey comes out as the courtesy runner.
As the low throw would have had Ortiz out. First pitch to Knowlton in for strike number 1.
Caden Norman heading back out into the bullpen.
Swung on and missed, has Knowlton down in the count 0-2. Deja vu all over again. Nobody out, bases loaded for the North Platte Plainsmen. Same scenario that the A's faced in the bottom of the third.
Out, bases full of Plainsmen. The pitch on home.
0-2 misses
His helmet out of the way is Zach
inside. A 1-2 count to Knowlton.
1-2. Adair on
The
home.
pitch
Swinging
swung
ground
on
ball.
and a ground ball.
Dive of Stutz into left field, scoring his 1 run. Back to third.
The ground ball will get through. Bases loaded. 1-run scores.
Circle, station to station go the runners. As to second goes McConaughey. First on the light single goes Knowlton. Another RBI on the day for Zach. And that's going to bring up Cade Owens. Owens singled up the middle. Drove in 2. He stole second during his time on up.
That brings in Cade Owens. Owens singled up the middle his last time up. And the A's still with nobody out. Bases loaded. Ball number 1 to Owens.
Through the first 2 innings, has lost it in innings 3 and 4.
1-0 delivery.
On home, Owens takes ball 2 down low beneath the knees.
Missing low for ball 2.
And 0 to today's left fielder. As
A's leading this one 9-6.
at shortstop is out to top to Adair, and maybe that will just be to give some time to Norman, who is up in the A's bullpen. So back to shortstop.
We will go back to work. A 2-0 count. Cade Owens at the plate. Owens
Corners are in.
a hit through the middle.
Scoring a run. The 2-0 fouled back. It is 2-1. As Adair trying to work out of it. With the bases loaded and
Caden
nobody
Norman
out,
in the
one over
bullpen
across
for the Dodge City A's.
inning number 4. The 2-1 on home. He shows bunt, pulls back low in the dirt. It's 3-1.
3-1 count after Owens shows bunt. Bases loaded with nobody out.
Work out of it. He's a pitch away from walking in a run that would make it a 2-run baseball game. The 3-1 on home. He takes strike 2, and the count is full.
A full count now to Cade Owens.
A run needed
And
for the Plainsmen.
the payoff
Final
pitch
93 with them all loaded up.
from Adair.
2 from Adair to Cade Owens.
Fires
Swung on
a
the
ground ball at the second baseman. The throw to first in time, 1 away.
The run scores. It's a 2-run ball game.
The A's opt to trade an out for a run, which is what you need to do in this scenario, is go for the out as
Plainsmen trail by just 2 with Major Maiden coming up to bat.
It's not a bad decision there by Juan Rivera. With the way that the A's are hitting in this game,
Grounded into a
it's
double play.
not
He reached on an error as well. He
it's
was
not
stranded at first
necessarily
in the last
as
frame.
important to keep
Now
runs
it's time
off the
for
board.
Mr. Western Wednesday So be the hero on
Brings
Taylor
in
Swift Thursday.
Major Maiden.
First pitch takes inside for strike one. It is 0
Taken
and
for
1.
strike
Tying
number
runners in
one
scoring
to
position.
Maiden. Maiden got on an
Go-ahead
error
runners at the plate.
his last time up as
Who has a home run in the season? Just one. Looking for number 2. 0-1 taken. Ball one. The count is 1 apiece.
1-1 the count to Maiden. A 9-7 ball game.
Set is
The
Adair.
A's 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth,
East Wait. Got it.
5 in the third, and now 2 in the
It is
fourth
9 away
for the
2 and
Plainsmen.
1.
A 2-1
The
count
pitcher
to
Maiden.
Maiden.
On deck is Sam Bond. 2 on, 1 out, and a 2-1 count on home. The 3-hole batter, today's DH,
2-1.
Major Maiden.
Adair waves off a sign. He's got it and comes set. The
The
pitch.
pitch. Down low, ball 3, and he's in danger of walking him full for Sam Bond. Maiden taps the bat twice on home plate. Adair kicks and fires with a 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. They're going to have the out at first. Throw on home is behind the catcher. Storming home is a tying run. There will be no play at the plate. 2-run score. It's 9-9. Major Maiden, a sack hit. The throw home trickled away from Rudy Gonzalez, and right with it was Kyle McConaughey. He single Zach Milton all the way. It's 9-all. The Plainsmen, I don't know about you, but they're feeling 22. 9-9 your score.
It is an 0-2 count to Cooper Schneider. We are back after a brief pause. Runners on the corners with 2 away in the top of the 5th for the Dodge City A's. It is a 9-9 ball game after the Plainsmen have scored in the 3rd and 4th, and the A's held scoreless in the top of the 5th for the first time. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th, a 9-9 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. The bottom of the 5th, Caden Norman on the mound for the Dodge City A's. And it will be Tucker Bond.
Bond is 0 for 2 on the day. Takes one high for ball 1 against Caden Norman.
Ball 1 delivered to Bond. Norman came in after
In today's game, in front of the plate through his 2-0. Jovan Suarez was the other one. As we once again thank Scrappy from Guardians of the Children for joining us.
the Plainsmen tied the ball game at 9 apiece in the bottom of the 4th. My scorebook a little bit screwed up. That pitch, this is high.
Waiting on deck is Braden Zirkle.
3-0 count to Bond.
Setting up is Norman. Norman's 3-0.
The pitch,
Bond is going to be in there for strike 1. Just
called
to the
strike.
inside part of the plate. So it is 3-1 on
A 3-1 count for Caden Norman.
the lights are on here at Bill Woodfield with some clouds moving overhead. 3-1.
That pitch, a high fly ball.
Back Nolan Williams. He'll settle
Williams settling underneath it. He's got it one away for the Plainsmen.
That was really big for Caden to come back after being down 3-0 and get a lazy fly ball out into center field.
Now they try to settle on down against Plainsman Matters, and it's Braden Zirkle. And 7, 8, and 9 have been
Brings in Braden Zirkle. Zirkle was hit by pitch to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning.
As Zirkle
The first pitch to him, high for ball number 1.
is 1-0.
Nobody in the bullpen
And been hit by a
after Caden Norman came in to get the final 2 outs
rally
in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch to him, swung on and missed, evens a count at 1 apiece.
on to Braden Zirkle. 1-1, 1 down, pitch on home. It is
The pitch
low.
missing low.
He tries to earn his way on again. That would be the 3rd time on. Trey Runge is waiting on deck.
2-1 delivery to Zirkle. The pitch swung on and fouled off. Makes it 2-2.
With one down to Zirkle. They try and get a man on for Runge, who has been nothing short of
One away
red today
for the Plainsmen as the A's, for the first time since the third, get the leadoff runner out.
2-2 on home.
Pitch a excuse me hack.
And that one caught Braden Zirkle on the hand, and that one clearly hurt him. We're going to wait and see if was that going to be a foul ball off the nod.
That should be called foul as it hit the bat before it ever made contact with the batter.
Off the foot protector as Jared Jones, the head coach, will come out, look at the hand, and he will make his way down to first.
Nope, they're saying he got hit.
So hit by
They're
Chris
saying-
right on the hands, and a tough one. The second time in a row Zirkle has been hit. And now Trey Runge up to bat. Runge with his new walk-up song.
Not sure that I agree with that one, but brings in Trey Runge.
For Runge.
And Runge, part of the comedy of errors that happened in the bottom of the fourth for the Dodge City A's.
As Runge readies to face the first pitch from Caden Norman, who had cruised through two batters, allows a hit by
Norman coming back from injury,
It's 0-1 on to Runge.
and a swing and a miss gets Runge down in the count 0-1.
Trying to work his way on through, keep the line moving, and send it to the 9th spot in Carmelo Ortiz. If anyone of these men can get on base and move it back to the top of the lineup, that would be greatly appreciated for the Plainsmen batters. As the 0-1, now
0-1, that is popped up. Gamster giving chase, calling off everybody. He's got it out in the shallow center field grass for out number 2.
And now that will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Carmelo Ortiz. Ortiz, back-to-back
2 away.
this time on base.
Ortiz on via an error his last time up. It was ruled a hit by the home crowd. I'm saying it's an error because if that throw is made, the throw was low at first, and if that throw is made, he's out.
Readying on up. Trying to extend an inning against Caden Norman, who has settled down
The
the
pitch.
batters. That one is well outside. So it
This
goes
is
2-1,
outside,
hands up.
1-0.
The way this game has been back at fourth. Been some kind of great war between the Plainsmen.
18 combined runs between the A's and Plainsmen in the first 4 innings of this ball game. This one's going to be a boat race to the finish. 2-0 count to Ortiz.
And if they can get Knowlton up, that's going to be one of the more dangerous
And the
players
A's trying to hang a 0
especially in
and get the bats back in order.
2-0.
Here's it. Zaid Cisneros might be headed out to the bullpen.
3-0 to the
A
catcher,
3-0
Carmelo
count
Ortiz.
to Ortiz. 1 on, 2 away for the Plainsmen.
And it looked good until everything started to fall apart. And then after that, he is just another picture to burn on their side. 3-0. 2 down. To Ortiz, the catcher, holds the bat
3-0 pitch.
nonchalantly, and he was taking all the way. He'll take his base, and Kyle McConaughey will come out of the dugout to be the courtesy runner. So the go-ahead run is in scoring position, with McConaughey being at first as the courtesy, and Braden Zirkle down at second. And we heard McConaughey talk about the men who are loud in the Plainsman side during a rally. We see it right now on the top step, loud and signaling is Rui Yoshida. Right next to him, Kenneth Sugi. As Zach Knowlton,
The one-
top of the order.
Runners on first and second, 2 out. Brings in Zach Knowlton back at the top of the order for the Plainsmen. Knowlton singled his last time up. Takes strike 1, the first pitch he sees from Caden Norman.
Against Caden Norman,
Norman on the mound.
able to cruise, but is now facing his first jam with the runner in scoring
Pitch,
position.
catching the outer part of the zone. It gets Knowlton down in the count, 0-2. Norman trying to leave 2 ducks out on the pond for the Plainsmen.
Back at first. He's got the
The
side.
0-2 delivery coming from him. He comes set, looks at second. The pitch, missing high. The throw down to third,
It will be
not in time.
down to second moves McConaughey.
The double
A
steal.
base moves Circle to third. The double steal. And there are 2 in scoring position on a 1-2 count to Knowlton with 2 men out. The
1 and
go-ahead
2.
run is 90 feet
The
away.
count to Knowlton,
That
and
would make
the
it a 2-run
Plainsmen trying to take their first lead of this series.
is at second. The
The
1-2
1-2
hole
pitch,
is
this
high
is
for
out,
Knowlton.
makes it 2-2.
Norman, who has pitched so well to this point, could become an anti-hero with just 1 throw. He sets.
2-2, 2 away. The pitch swung on and missed, and Norman does it. He leaves the ducks on the pond, and the A's are able to go back to work. We're headed to the top of the 6th, a 9-9 ball game. We'll come back with the A's trying to get the bats going. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Kawahara back on the mound for the North Platte Plainsmen. Taking over after the starter Ramsey was chased out after 3 1/3. It is Preston Gamster leading off for the Dodge City A's. Gamster, the towering home run, absolutely crushed that ball.
Home run in his last at bat. First pitch.
That
and a
pitch.
Beautiful changeup from Kawahara. It's 0-1.
In for strike number 1.
The 0-1 on to Preston Gamster from Hideyoshi Kawahara. Swung on and missed.
Gamster
Another
down
one where he pulls the string on it.
in the count,
A
0-2.
beautiful looper, and right through the bat. It's 0-2.
As it would be Gamster that would
Kawahara
murder the final hit that would chase out the starter Ramsey.
is 0-2 home.
The pitch,
Swinging a ground ball
a
on
chopper
the
to the
right
second
third.
baseman. Gamster trying to leg it out,
Get a throw on it as he cannot bring the ball out of his glove.
and the second baseman Zirkle could not get the ball out of his glove.
Has reached
And the A's have their leadoff runner aboard.
another
3 ephases from Kawahara to Gamster.
That one is going to be a tough play for Zirkle, and they will rule that as an error. So a leadoff error will be ruled against Braden Zirkle.
E4, a runner aboard for the Dodge City A's, brings in Nolan Williams.
That got to face Peyton Ramsey.
The throw to first, not in time, as
Taken out of the ball game
there again,
after he struck
the
out
Plainsmen rather concerned with speed of the Dodge City A's on the base paths. The pitch,
Runner goes, pitches high. The throw
this is
down
high,
base is in time. They got
and
him.
Gamster's
Carmelo
caught.
Ortiz, the cannon behind the dish. There's one man out and an 0-1 count to Nolan Williams. The Dodge City A's had been running wild. It was a track meet against the Plainsmen, but Carmelo Ortiz shows them August. And there's one man out.
The first time that the first time in this game, only second time in this series that the A's have been erased off the base paths by being caught stealing. A 1-1 count to Williams. Makes it 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming to Williams. One away, nobody on. Williams pops that one up the elevator chute. It'll go foul, out of play. It will be a 2-2 count to Williams, who struck out his last time up. It was a 1-2 count at the time of the strikeout to him. Before that, Williams walked on a full count. The pitch misses low, a full count.
Williams looked like he thought about making a swing on it.
So we will see the payoff pitch here from Kawahara.
The first batter he faced reached on an error by Braden Zirkle. He was then caught stealing.
He's got his sign and come set. The payoff pitch to Williams. Swung on and missed.
And there's 2 outs.
2 away for the Dodge City A's. And that brings in Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson grounded out his last time up, a ground out at the first baseman.
Single error and a ground out in this ball game. As Kawahara gets the sign facing the lefty, Tompkinson is first up.
First pitch to Tompkinson.
Changeup that goes middle. Tompkinson holds the bat, and a nice job. It's 0-1.
0-1 count to Tompkinson.
0-1, Kawahara.
The A's with 2 away. The pitch, Tompkinson, a fly ball that's headed out to center field. Knowlton trotting in, he's got it.
For out number 3 in the inning. Death by 1,000 cuts on the Plainsmen pitching staff gets them through inning number 6. We make our way to
We
the
are
bottom
headed
now.
to the bottom of the 6th, a 9-9 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's have made a pitching change, and it will be Peyton Walters on the mound,
Inning and a third settles on down the pitcher's
taking
side.
over for
As now coming up, Kate Owens to lead off the bottom half of inning number 6. The Plainsmen untied with the Don City A's at 9-all. They had a gold rush in inning 4 and inning 3. That is how they were able to tie the ball game.
Peyton Walters comes in, takes over for Caden Norman. Norman
The righty
returning from injury. We knew that his outing would be limited.
hometown kid.
And rather than taking a bullpen, he wanted to take live pitches, and that's what he did there. So Walters on the mound, the first pitch to Owens in for ball number 1. Owens leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Plainsmen. Owens singled the first 2 times he was at the plate and then got on an error.
Take for ball 2.
2-0 the count to Owens.
Doubled off. He singled in the third, drove in 2 and scored, and he had a sac hit in inning number 4 that made it a 1-run ball game.
The 2-0 pitch coming from
Walters
fouled off.
2-1.
2-1 the count to
Righty
Owens.
from Northeastern Junior College. In Kate Owens. Trying to keep this one with some placement
Walters, the Garden City product, the 2-1 pitch,
line drive
fouled off,
to 2 and 2 on
moves the count even at 2 apiece.
as Caden Norman, despite facing some jams, don't blame anything on him, don't blame it on me, unable to get out of it. 2-2, nobody out to Owens
2-2 count to Owens.
as
Walters comes set.
kicks and fires, swinging a
Pitch is
foul ball
fouled off
to left
again and will
standard.
do it over.
So he will do it on again as that ball will get off towards the birthday party happening on the first base party deck. Earlier when Kyle McConaughey was up in the broadcast booth, the line drive was hit right over there. That's what we were concerned about. That is also why there is a group of people on the party deck celebrating a birthday. The
6th
2-2 to the leadoff
pitch
batter,
of this
Kate
at
Owens
bat.
in the 6th.
Swung on a drop strike 3. The throw to first will complete the out. 1 away for the Plainsmen.
Is out number 1. And now it's Major Maiden.
Seemed to pound him in with 4 straight fastballs, and then he fooled him with a slider down in the dirt, and he never saw it.
He also with the sack
That
hit
brings
wide
in
to
Major
9-1.
Maiden. Maiden grounded out 3U,
Now Major Maiden.
his last time up.
Rally going with a tie game here in the bottom half of inning number 6.
For the 2nd inning of row since the scoring fury, the A's have kept the leadoff runner off for the Plainsmen. Pitch misses low, makes it 1-0.
Maiden on the season has been red hot, especially as of late, batting .270 entering today, 9 RBIs and a home run to his name. The 1-0 foul
Pitch is
back and
fouled
back
off.
the post, right to our right. If there's no post there, that hits off a window on the press box. And maybe we would have some bad
1-1.
blood with Major Maiden if he tried to hit one of us with the baseball.
Count to Maiden after fouling that pitch off.
Love you down there, Major. As the count is 1-1 with 1 down to Maiden, the DH. Setting on up is Peyton Walters.
The 1-1 delivery.
Prior to the 1-1, that is taken low and in, so it is 2-1 to the big lefty Maiden, who is followed by Sam Bond.
And after a good outing for Peyton Walters
It's ready
the
to
other
take
day
his bat
against
as Walters
Derby,
kicks and fires the 2-1 home, swing and a miss, and that is 2-2. Major Maiden tried to hit that ball all the way back to December, but he swings on through it.
it is a 2-2 count to Maiden, and I stand corrected. It was against Great Bend,
Coming on
and Walters doing good in the early innings of that game, commanding the changeup.
his pitch on home.
That
Makes
pitch
ground ball foul.
Grounded instantly right in front of Maiden's feet, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. Walters has consistently been a fastball changeup kind of pitcher.
Of 65 earned runs, struck out 45, a 13.71 ERA against him. As he looks for a
The
strikeout against
2-2
Major
pitch to Maiden.
That one is
Misses
low.
low.
Runs full to Maiden with Sam Bond waiting on deck.
A full count.
Setting on up is Walters with a full count and 1 out to Maiden. The 3-2 is pulled high and tight. Maiden takes his base. He works
Payoff
one out
pitch
walk.
misses high.
Major
A
Maiden.
runner aboard for the Plainsmen brings in Sam Bond.
Samuel Bond. Bond, one of the 3 Bond triplets. 2 are playing for the North Platte Plainsmen right now. The third we have heard about. We have not actually seen.
Zaid Cisneros heading down to the
But
bullpen
from what I have been
for the Dodge
told
City
by
A's.
Justin Santos, the third Bond boy has immaculate hair. As Bond tries to use his hair to maybe power a run on in. First pitch.
First
taken
pitch
away.
to
That is strike
Sam
1.
Bond in for strike number 1.
Bond in
0-1 count, 1 away, runner on.
That was Maiden's first time reaching
Throw
base.
back
Not
to
over
first.
here as the throw over is dropped
Cooper
by
Tompkinson not able to hold on to that one.
So Maiden is back beneath the tag. On deck is Jovan Suarez, who is 0 for 3.
And this game has been anything but a clean ball game on either side of the baseball.
Not the dish. The 0-1 home, he takes
That
ball 1.
Pitch missing
1-1,
for
1 out, and
ball
a man on.
1. And I say that,
All around.
there's at least, I believe it's
Coming set is
11 errors between the two teams.
He will throw the 1-1 on home. The kid from Georgetown, Texas.
1-1 pitch.
Does he go?
Gets
He
Bond
does.
to
It is
start to
1-2
swing, called strike
on
anyway.
Bond.
1-2 the count to
Tries to
him.
get on base and work
Pitch
something for
was
Jovan
called strike.
Suarez.
Bond didn't go around. Called strike by the home plate umpire.
1-2, 1 out.
1-2 pitch coming
Here's the pitch
from
Peyton
Walters.
Walters
Fouled
ball.
back. We'll do it over
Bond
again.
fouls it back. So he swung at it. And the count is 1-2. Still on to Bond. With Jovan Suarez on deck. The
One away for the Plainsmen.
left, 2 men on
And
base
a
for the last
runner
one.
on
Here
first.
and
The
a
throw
tie
back
game.
to first.
Check the runner at first.
A
It was
throwing
way
error
down the
by
line and
Peyton
right.
Walters,
Maiden
and
goes
I'm
to
not
second.
sure.
Maiden's still churning the legs. He will stop there.
Maiden will
Double
stop
play
at
is now
first,
out
and now the
order as
12th
Maiden
error of this
on
ball game.
error on the throw by the pitcher Walters has Major Maiden in scoring position as the go-ahead run. That is the 6th error committed by the Dodge City A's. With Major Maiden at second base and a 1-2 count to Sam Bond.
1-2 count. Runner on second.
Walters
One away.
sets. Looking back, he will kick and fire home. The 1-2
Fouled off and will do it over.
by Sam
This
Bond.
game eclipsing
He has swung
the
for the last
2-hour
pitches
mark
he has
with
seen,
3 innings
and
still
thus
yet
this
to
man,
play. It is
Peyton
going to be a
Walters,
late
has
night
not come up with sweet
for
nothings.
your Dodge City A's.
So the 1-2, 1 out as the catcher Gonzalez goes out to talk to his pitcher Walters. With 1 down, the go-ahead run in scoring position.
1-2 pitch after a quick conversation between Gonzalez and Walters.
Gonzalez
And
has the pitch down.
Walters waving off a sign.
Takes off. Now he
Has it and comes set. The pitch coming
1-2 to the first
to
of the 2 Bond boys. in the
Bond.
lineup. Sam Bond. Here it is. Swinging a line drive, foul down the left field
Bond
line.
drives that one
ball
foul
is
down the
placed
left
by
field
Sam
side.
Bond, but it goes foul. So he will face another 1-2 offering after 3 consecutive 1-2 foul ball.
And an extended at-bat here for Sam Bond. A look around the league. The Denver Cougars beating an 18U team at 13-9.
The 1-2 home is taken inside by Bond. The throw gets away from Gonzalez.
Knock it down.
The throw down to third as Major Maiden wisely stays where he was. If Maiden had gone it would have been likely that the throw down to Dawson Stutz would have had him on the base paths. And now Gonzalez will go out for his second conversation with Peyton Walters.
A 2-2 count
Sam Bond at
to
bat.
Bond.
As they try and talk things over, waiting on deck, Jovan Suarez. Bond, the brother of Sam, more of a batting average on-base percentage kind of guy, opposed to his brother Tucker, who in college hit bombs. From the same hometown in Georgetown,
The
Texas,
2-2 delivery
the kicker,
coming
and most famously,
from
Cleveland
Peyton
Ryan.
Walters to Sam Bond. Runner on second, one away.
One down, Maiden in scoring position
Walters
at second
comes
base.
set, looks back at second. Rivera goes back to his position. Bond's going to foul that one off.
Over is
Tompkinson giving chase. He's got it.
There are 2 men out.
2 away and a runner on second.
Foul for out number 2. Frustrated,
A
he makes his way back to the
Big
dugout.
time out for your Dodge City A's, and Cooper Tompkinson
As Jovan
making
Suarez
a,
up to the bat.
I'd say it's a shoestring catch, but he was diving at that one and comes up with a web gem
Coming up to the dish.
to
2
get
down,
out
and a
number
man
2.
at second base in scoring position.
That brings in Jovan Suarez. Suarez struck
3 of
out
the day, 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
his last time up.
Coming
First
set is
pitch
Walters.
coming from Walters. Looks back at second.
His pitch to Suarez. He
Comes
takes it
in
for ball
low
one
for
outside.
ball number 1.
For on deck is Tucker Bond. The Plainsmen have left men on base in scoring position in the last inning. They have a man here in scoring position with 2 down. In a 9-9 ball game where they once trailed by 6 runs. Walters sets on up. His 1-1
1-0 pitch
to the third baseman,
to
Jovan
Suarez. Suarez tried to call
up in
time,
territory.
not given, and pops that one foul. It will be a 1-1 count to him.
So it goes to 1-1. Suarez hit 190 coming into today. His 0 for 3 not helping him right now. But the Plainsmen
Suarez 0 for 3 in this ball game, and the A's trying to make it 0 for 4. 1-1 delivery to Suarez as
with the 1-1 on
that
home,
pitch comes
that
in
one's taken
low.
away. It is
2-1.
The throwback is a little high for Walters, who has to do a jump. Major Maiden was watching that one the entire time, but he stays where he is. With 2 down.
2-1
Third
count
baseman,
on Suarez. The A's trying to get out of this one with no damage done
he sets
and
up,
get into the top of the 7th.
checks the runner,
Walters with
and
the
2-1.
pitch. Swung on and missed.
2-2.
That will be 2-2.
1 strike away from getting out of the inning with no more damage done. The Plainsmen 1 hit away from their first lead in a ball game since Monday.
2-2 pitch coming from Walters.
Against the game day Angel.
Has his sign. He
Setting
comes
one up is
set.
Walters. The 2-2 to Suarez. It is
Cold strike 3. Walters gets the A's out of this one. We're headed to the top of the 7th.
We go to inning number 7, 9-all the score.
You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
inside the last 2 frames as Hideyoshi Kawahara.
2 scoreless frames have us headed into the 7th inning, and an extended visit between the umpires as we are ready to go. The umpires not. They were having a long conversation, but they are taking their positions now.
Throw his first pitch in to Rudy
And it will
Gonzalez,
be
who is
Kawahara back Plainsmen. Rudy Gonzalez leading off for your Dodge City A's. A line drive that hits the glove of the third baseman. An error starts. They're going to rule it a hit.
That's going to be a single right off the glove of Jovan Suarez. 7 innings, 7 times.
I'll go with it.
Batter has reached
All 7 innings, your A's have had their leadoff runner aboard. Brian Gardner, the courtesy runner, now on for the Dodge City A's.
single today. The first year from Kearney, Nebraska, hit 242.
Brings in Dawson Stutz, who singled his last time up.
22.
1 for 3 in this ball game as Stutz struck out the first 2 times he was at the plate. That pitch fouled off, down in the count 0-1.
That one goes off towards the parking lot. Setting is Kawahara. Looking back, and the 0-1 on home is in the dirt. It skips away from Ortiz. Runner goes to second. The throw down will be not in time.
What a slide there from Brian as he swims the tag, gets his hand in right before he gets tagged. He was out if he does not make that evasive maneuver.
Brian was out dead to rights. That ball was on a line right at the second baseman. Runner in scoring position for the Dodge City A's. A 1-1 count to Stutz.
1-1.
Swung on and missed.
There is strike 2.
1-2 the count for Dawson.
Today, as the Plainsmen try
Dawson played his season at Garden City Community College.
comeback already in this ball game.
A Nebraska native. We were having a conversation at breakfast this morning. Stutz having several buddies who play for various teams here in Nebraska, mainly in the Frontier League.
Who is the courtesy runner for Rudy Gonzalez.
Brian Gardner over at second for the Dodge City A's after Gonzalez led off the inning with a single. The pitch, a fly ball. The shortstop giving chase. The left fielder coming in. He's got it. 1 away for the A's.
That will bring up the 8-hole batter with 1 man down.
Brings in Matthew Sandoval.
Sandoval, and Sandoval
Sandoval singled.
today, part of a 4-3 putout. He ended inning number 1.
Matthew Sandoval
Kawahara
grounded out his first time up, a single and an error that advanced him in the third, and then a single in the fifth. Runner on second, 1 away. Pitch called strike for strike number 1.
Kawahara, it's 0-1. To Sandoval. Hideyoshi sets on up. He will kick and
0-1 delivery coming from Kawahara.
Sandoval, who swings
Sandoval gives that one a stroke. It's headed out into center field, but the center fielder there to haul it in. That will keep Gardner at second.
Jovan Suarez, a hard hit fly out to Knowlton, and quickly there are 2 outs for the 9-hitter, Jordan Rodriguez.
2 away for the Dodge City A's.
2 down.
Runner on second. That brings in the 9-hole hitter in
Another inning.
Jordan Rodriguez. The A's have not scored since the 4th. Rodriguez flew out to center his last time up.
3:33
The first pitch to Rodriguez.
right now on the day, and that's
Catching
a
the
strikeout
outer part of the zone, it makes it
by
0-1.
who loves the changeup. 0-1 they count to 28 Rodriguez. Down at second is Brian Gardner. Kawahara sets. His 0-1 pitch is a ground ball.
Get up the
A
middle.
ground ball at the second baseman. He struggles to throw to first. It's wide. It gets away from the first baseman. Rodriguez digging for second. A run scores. The A's lead this one 10-9. Another error in this ball game, and officially I will call this ball game the comedy of errors.
On an error. The run scores
It
on
appears they have given Jordan hits. At least that is what the scoreboard is saying.
and the Plainsmen right there gift wrapping a run on the error. It's 10-9 Dodge City as we head to the top of the order.
A single, I can agree, a single gets him on, the error advances him.
Still working out there. The first pitch.
That
foul
pitch
ball because
fouled off
Fan
by
Juan
Juan Rivera as the A's turn the lineup over.
on that
The
play
A's a
was
10-9 lead,
as it gives the lead back to the Dodge City.
and Juan Rivera down in the count
Braden
0-1.
Set with himself at second after they had allowed 2 scoreless frames. Turning a fake through
Big
by
time
Kyle
at bat
Hawes,
there
who
by
stays
Jordan.
0-1.
That was a really good swing. Trickled right up the middle. Tough play for the second baseman.
Kawahara sets. Is 0-1 on home to the leadoff man Rivera, who takes ball
Rivera
one
takes
just in
that
time.
one
It's
low,
1-1.
makes it 1-1. 19 combined runs here through the first
1-1, 2 down.
6.5 innings of this ball game. 1-1 count to Rivera. 2 away. The pitch called strike 2.
1 and 2 to the lefty, Juan Rivera. Plainsmen trying to send it to the bottom of the 7th inning with just 1 run against them. They had
A
to make a
1-2
5-run,
count,
6-run comeback.
2 out. Kawahara with the pitch. A line drive out into left field.
Rounding third,
Rodriguez coming home, caught in a pickle, and he will be out.
What a nice job by Carmelo Ortiz. They keep it to a 10-9 ball game. Not quite a blank space, but all right, your name, Hideyoshi Kawahara. A fantastic outing on the day.
We are headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in North Platte. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
7-2 put out.
Zaid Cisneros takes over the mound as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
For the Dodge City A's, and he will be facing Tucker Bond, Braden Zirkle, and Trey Runkey holding a 1-run lead entering the bottom half of inning number 7. Tucker Bond left on deck with 0 for 3 on the day. But for Tucker Bond, he can now be Bond as he takes low.
Tucker Bond takes the first pitch he sees from Cisneros. Ball number 1.
Lineup, 006. You want to know, on to Bond.
Cisneros delivers.
Takes one low
Misses
again.
low, makes it 2-0.
To Bond. He will be followed by Braden Zirkle and Trey Runge. If anybody gets on, Carmelo Ortiz. Plainsmen trailing by a run. Looking to add something.
2-0 delivery.
2-0 ground
A line drive, grounded right back at Cisneros. Throw to first in time. Leadoff runner out for the Plainsmen. And a much-needed out to start the bottom of the 7th.
will come up to hit. Single and 2 hit by pitches. They have tried to work him out. They have been unable to.
Braden Zirkle steps in. He was hit by pitch his last time up.
Circle in the right-handed batter's spot.
2 singles before that.
The sign is
Or no, a single and another hit by pitch. Swung on and missed. Zirkle down in the count, 0-1.
Zirkle was 206 entering.
Zaid Cisneros pitched for Dodge City Community College this spring, has committed and moving on to the University of Central Oklahoma. That pitch misses low, ball 1.
Just one hit by the A's. The Plainsmen have 8 already in this ballgame. They trail by just a run here in the bottom half of inning number 7.
Cisneros will step off the mound.
He sets up.
A 10-9 ball game. 1 away, 1-1 the count to Zirkle. Swung on, fouled off at the third base dugout. Cisneros has Zirkle down in the count, 1-2.
Plainsmen.
Zirkle will step back in.
By a run.
The 1-2 pitch coming from Cisneros. The pitch, a fly ball, and Sandoval there to haul that one in. 2 away.
That was a frozen rope, hit right to left field and right at Matthew Sandoval. All he had to do was come in on it.
That brings in Trey Runge, and Matthew Sandoval made that one look easy.
Coming in the day was only hitting 1 hit. He has 1 already.
Runge with a single
Twice in today's game. And maybe with his new walk-up
and popped out too short his last time up. Checks his swing, takes a strike anyway.
0-1 on to Runge.
Runge down in the count, 0-1.
Plainsmen trailing by a run.
The A's trying to hold on to this 1-run lead.
If the deficit stays at just 1 run.
The pitch misses low.
1-1 on today's shortstop.
1-1 count to Runge.
2 men down and a 1-1 on the shortstop. Coming set is Cisneros. He reels and deals home.
Cisneros delivers low. 2-1 the count for Runge.
I knew you were in trouble before you walked up to the batter's box. And already today has been making a name for himself. 2-1, 2 out.
The 2-1 pitch from Cisneros.
Is 2-1 home. Is unsigned. It skips past the
This is outside, 3-1.
on base being Runge. Carmelo Ortiz, who is red hot, comes up to hit. Ortiz is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk to his name. He has scored twice. McConaughey has scored twice as his courtesy runner. 3-1 home is going to be in there for strike 2. It looks high.
Called strike 2,
A step off towards the first
a full count, and
up with 2 down.
we will have the payoff pitch from Cisneros.
And Blanco. 3-2.
Misses low.
Ball 4. So Runge walks, and there is life yet for the Plainsmen. He makes it
Runner aboard for the Plainsmen, and that will bring in the catcher Ortiz. Ortiz walked on and then stole to second his last time up and would be stranded there as the A's were able to hold the Plainsmen scoreless in the 5th.
Kyle McConaughey if he earns his way on base. As Ortiz gets his equipment ready, takes off the catcher's gear, and makes his way to the right-handed batter's box. With 2 outs and the tying run on base. In a 10-9 ball game, Dodge City leading North Platte. Ortiz waits on up.
First pitch to Ortiz,
He takes away. It's ball
missing
1.
out for ball 1.
The first-year catcher from Cudahy, Wisconsin, who's to Milwaukee Area Technical College, has a
The
chance
1-0 delivery coming from Cisneros.
for the Dodge City A's. That
Pitch
one high and away.
called strike.
Strike 1. Count goes to 1-1 on Carnello.
The A's playing with third base in.
A's 1-1 home. Is low. That is
That
ball
pitch
2.
misses low, makes it 2-1.
If he can walk Ortiz, that would put 2 on the tying run in scoring position for Zach Knowlton.
2-1 pitch coming
Setting up
to Ortiz.
is
Cisneros delivers.
is
It is in for strike number 2.
2-2 with 2 outs and a man on first.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. It is deuces wild here in the bottom of the 7th
To keep the inning going
with 1 runner on.
as they trail by a run on Taylor Swift Day in the bottom of the 7th.
The 2-2 pitch.
The 2-2 home, swinging a drive.
A drive out into left field. Sandoval there to haul it in. He makes the out, and the
Sandoval reaches
Plainsmen strand another one. We're headed to the top of the 8th. A 10-9 ball game in favor of your A's. We'll be back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
for ball 1 to the count.
Cooper Schneider shows bunt, but takes for ball number 1.
Down to top to head in.
And that draws a immediate mound visit between the catcher Ortiz and Kawahara.
Trying to keep it where it is, for this game could possibly get any worse. For the Plainsmen, settling
1-0 count to Schneider. Schneider flew out to center his last time up.
Inning number 8, Cooper Schneider hitting
Dodge City A's leading this one narrowly, 10-9.
flyout. As the Plainsmen have failed to retire the leadoff batter in any inning, that one is low for ball 2.
2-0 count to Schneider.
Kawahara struggling to find the zone on Schneider.
Nobody in the bullpen for the A's. So the bottom of the 8th will be to Zaid Cisneros. The pitch missing outside makes it 3-0.
To Cooper Schneider as the Plainsmen trail by a run.
Schneider 3 for 4 in this ball game. The A's making their 5th trip through the batting order. 3-0 delivery, catches his zone for strike number 1.
Kawahara dumps a fastball inside, and he's quickly got him 3-1.
This game approaching
As some
the
summertime
3-hour mark
on the right field fence.
as we are 2 hours and 45 minutes into this one. The pitch,
Shows bunt, pops it.
Schneider shows bunt,
Ortiz, the first
and Ortiz able to haul that one in as it goes foul behind him.
There is one man out. A bunt attempt by Schneider. He hit it up the top of the bat. Ortiz was able to run it back.
For the first time in this ball game, the leadoff runner
Catcher for the
not
Plainsmen
on
gets
board
the out,
for
and
the
that's
Dodge
from
City
Preston
A's.
Gamster coming up. Has a home run in today's game. That scored 2 runs.
Gamster with
That's
the
one of the last batters that faced Peyton Ramsey. The
big
first
home run that gave the A's a
Kawahara is
lead.
outside. It is 1-0. Plainsmen trying
Got
to
on an
reset.
error his last time up, a 1-0
Okay,
count
that
to
thing in the Dodge
him.
City order, never, ever, ever get back together. The 1-0.
The pitch, this is outside, makes it 2-0.
On to Gamster. On a 2-0 count. His one hit
Gamster's
in the
gonna
game was the
step
home run.
off.
He's also flown out, reached on a hit by pitch, and an error. He was caught trying to steal. As Kawahara sets on
The
up.
2-0 delivery coming from Kawahara.
1-0.
The pitch, a drive right at the glove of the shortstop. He drops it. It will be
Just could not
a
make
single
It's gonna be a hard hit single
for Preston Gamster.
Runge went up and almost made a spectacular play on it. But he's on his own as he tries to reach up, make a grab.
Gamster has
and
been
falls
having some
down.
really good at bats today, and this is his final game with the Dodge City A's, and he's making his presence known.
Indeed, and Gamster continuing his ways from his time in high school,
Makes his way up,
showing the A's
struck out twice. Also
why he was a red-hot shortstop. That brings in Nolan Williams. The throwback to first, not in time.
bit late,
Williams,
so he will stay
a
down
strikeout
after
victim
that.
the last 2 times he has been at the plate. Williams
Waiting for the
led off the game a single, walked on, and then has since struck out twice. The throwback to first again, not in time. And again,
Kawahara waits on up,
the Plainsmen showing that they are very insecure having runners on.
hits the sign, comes set, as a firework pops out and right.
The pitch to Williams
Taken right down the middle of
for
that
strike
ball,
number
pumped in
1.
by Kawahara. It's 0-1, trying to provide some fireworks of his own into the zone. With 1 out and a man on, in an 0-1 count.
0-1 count to Williams. Gamster with a lead off of first. Williams will drive that when it falls foul down the third base side. Williams down in the count, 0-2.
Trail by a run. In the bottom half of the frame, it will be the top 3 batters on the Plainsmen side. Kawahara
The
sets
0-2
up.
pitch from Kawahara.
0-2 home. In the dirt, not off
Williams
line, and
checks
it
his
goes
swing.
to 1-2.
It will be 1-2 the count after that pitch in the dirt.
Look at what you made is 1 and 2.
The 1-2 pitch coming from Kawahara.
Kawahara sets is 1-2.
Misses high,
It's
makes
2
it
and 2
2-2.
even.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away with a runner on
1 down.
for the Dodge City A's.
In Preston
We've
Gamster.
made our way to the top of the
Glove
8th
Ray
inning.
Runge on a hot shot. The 1 and 2 from Kawahara. Runner goes swinging
Swung
and
on.
Throw down to second will be high. There will be no getting the steal, but a strikeout. Hideyoshi
And
Kawahara
Williams has
steals
struck
along to
out
be the strikeout
for
out
the
number
3rd
2.
time in this ball game. Gamster steals second.
Jared Jones comes out.
Runner in
Trying to
scoring
call time.
position.
The umpire gets an explanation, a stolen base. Considering
And
the
that
base
will
is
bring in
matter, that will not
Cooper
go.
Tompkinson, who flew out to center his last time up.
By a run. Kawahara sets, looking back
The
and
pitch
fires
to
home.
Tompkinson.
And a ground ball
A
on the
grounder
inside. Top play for
at the
Circle.
second baseman. The throw to first will be in time.
They leave a man in scoring position. 10-9 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 8.
We are headed to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 10-9 ball game in favor of your A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
As Zach Knowlton bunts on the first pitch, fireworks go off in right field and fireworks on the field. A lover of that play down to second on the single and the throwing error. So the next question I'm going to ask you has been, what is your favorite moment so far with
A
the
single and an error gets a runner in scoring position. Nobody out
all the friends I've made between players and interns.
for the Plainsmen.
They know how to make my day better down, and obviously winning is fun too.
as Owens coming up?
I don't know. I might
1-0 count.
Javon. Pretty loud.
to Cade Owens, runner at third.
Yeah, I'd give it to one of those two.
So the next question I'm going to ask you is, what drew you out to North Platte?
North Platte. Well, Nebraska's kind of a place I've never really just. I feel like
Pitch
explored.
called strike, makes it 1-1.
From my hometown, which is Kansas City, so that's not super far for me, in my opinion. But being this
Cade
far
Owens
outside of
at
Kentucky, I just feel like
the plate for the North Platte Plainsmen.
learned that there's not
A
much
drop strike 3 his last time up. That pitch popped up and well out of play, makes it 1-2.
Taylor Swift Day at the ballpark. What is your favorite Taylor Swift song / album?
favorite Taylor Swift song would have to be Out of the Woods, and that comes from my favorite album, 1989.
Very good answer.
A 1-2 count
On home to Cade
to Owens. That pitch misses.
2-2 and 2 away.
Evidently a little bit away, makes it 2-2. It's hard to tell from our angle up here in this press box. The press box here at Bill Wood, oriented behind the third base dugout, not behind home, like every other field in America.
I don't know if that counts as outside of the team, because obviously that's a game, but I really enjoyed
The road trip was outside.
Yes, I said that.
being able to all ride together, like within our first week of knowing each other.
2-2 count to Cade Owens.
Ride and that took our right back, but it was also fun getting to know
Pitch misses high, a full count to him.
High, so the count runs to 3-2. What is it usually like down in the dugout as one of these social media photography interns?
depending on the time.
The payoff pitch coming from Cisneros. He comes set, delivers a fly ball on the infield. Gamster's got it, holds the runner at third, 1 away.
It's a big timeout from Zaid there.
Pops out on the infield to Dawson Stutz, 1 away. That will bring up Major Maiden. We have
Brings in Major Maiden. Maiden walked on, advanced on an error his last time up.
Thursdays have to become a thing. What has been your favorite recurring promotion we do?
1 away, runner at third
To dress up with my hat and
for the Plainsmen.
my own hat from home, and I would have known we were going to be doing that, but it's nice to watch the boys
Pitch,
and wear their
this is low, makes it 1-0.
take out of the day. They have
So kind of going back on the next question that I have.
Infield is set in right now.
The infield is in tight, literally on the infield grass,
around Thanksgiving, so like in November.
looking to make the play at home if given the option. The pitch fouled off,
I don't know why, just
makes it 1-1.
night. Really wanted to check it out, and it was a pretty good choice. And I love people that I'll probably
The A's still playing center field
Question I have is we as a group of
a little farther in. No wind as the flags pointed straight down.
I would have to say Good Life. That is a
Gamster taking a few steps in on the infield grass. That pitch taken for strike number 2.
there. Food and drinks are both good, but my favorite when we've been at work going to Tempura, I love sushi, so
Dawson Stutz at the cutout of the grass. Gamster a step in.
he will take outside for ball 2.
That pitch taken for ball number 2.
Is there any kind of
Rivera
coming up that you're looking forward to
shading himself
photographing?
almost right straight in the middle of the first to second gap.
got FanFest and we got our game against the U.S. military war dogs, so we're super
The
excited.
2-2 pitch fouled off over the press box. We'll do it over again.
Got a lot going on, and it should be exciting time to celebrate I guess, our country.
So the next question is, what got you interested initially in doing social media
The
and photography as a career?
2-2 coming from Cisneros.
This is a hobby, like,
The pitch
life, and I love to do it.
fouled off right back at the press box,
So I didn't really get to focus on
and we'll do it again.
After I stopped playing, I just got offered to do it for my school down at Missouri Southern. I take pictures for all the athletics there, and I just really enjoy it.
Yeah, and you and Sage are
The A's locked in a tight one here, 10-9. The A's broke through in the top of the 7th to break the 9-9 tie. The A's scored 3 to open this game, then 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth. The Plainsmen answering back a fly ball, and
carries
a tie ball game, 2 away.
At 10 all, scoring is Zach Milton off a sac fly hit by Major Maiden. There are 2 men out. We always bring interns up at the right time in the booth because it seems to kickstart a Plainsmen rally. We need to have each one of you up every single inning, it feels like at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Call me if you ever need anybody.
So as part of your work, you
Maiden flies out to center, and that will bring in Sam Bond. Bond popped out in foul territory his last time up. 2 away. It is a tie ball game, 10-10. That pitch chopped foul down the third base line.
I know all the guys.
Bond down in the count, 0-1.
Some of them even caught some pretty big fish.
2 away
And youth camp was fun to watch.
here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Had fun today, so
That pitch
that was
called strike 2.
This is outside to Sam Bonds. The count runs quickly to 0-2 from Zaid Cisneros to Bond. He's coming set, fires on the 0-2.
Swung on and missed. That will end the inning. A much-needed strikeout induced by the Central Oklahoma product, Zaid Cisneros, and we are headed to the top of the 9th. It is a 10-10 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Frankie, well, a run comes across. Fantastic over 4 2/3 innings, allows just 1 run on the board as Justin Santos will pitch the 9th in a 10-10 ball game.
Top of the 9th, the A's have made their way to the final official frame of this ball game. Justin Santos takes over the mound for the Plainsmen.
That was last Tuesday against the Greeley Grays. They won that game 6-5 on the walk-off, wildest sequence you will ever see, and Justin Santos is on the hill. He has thrown 12 innings, allowed 12 earned runs, 10 walks, 5 strikeouts as he slots into his new role in the bullpen.
First pitch coming from Santos to Gonzalez, misses.
1-0
for ball number 1. Gonzalez a single his last time up.
from the starting rotation as he flips with Peyton Ramsey in terms of his role on the mound. Ramsey was the late inning reliever for a while. He became a starter in recent weeks.
And Ortiz taking the opportunity to go out. Another conversation with Santos. They had one before the inning started. Another conversation again. A 1-0 count to Rudy Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, the catcher,
A 10-10 ball game. That pitch called strike number 1.
Santos. After the Plainsmen tied it in the last frame, trying to hold it where it is, Going in.
The pitch grounded at the second baseman. Gonzalez trying to leg it out. The throw
He's safe.
He is safe.
up the line. A throwing
Another mistake by
error.
the second baseman who cannot find it out there with the glove. 7th error in today's ball game, and the Plainsmen haven't had bad karma, but you can't say they've had good karma.
E4 runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That will bring up
The leadoff batter has reached.
Dawson Stutz. Stutz flew out to left his last time up. Dawson Stutz, strikeout, single through the gap.
Gets away from Ortiz, the runner will make his way down to second.
And the first pitch, ball gets away. A 1-0 count, runner in scoring position
The Plainsmen who handed
for the Dodge City A's.
in the top half
With
of
no
the
outs, you
game,
have to find a way to
now
get the
in
runner to
danger of
third base.
taking a lead in the
You can
top
sacrifice
half
an
of the
out for it, but you have to find a way
And
to get to third base.
another mound visit here.
to talk to Justin Santos. The first batter reached on an error, is down to second on a wild pitch. And Jared Jones just wants to settle him on down before this game gets rough. When the Plainsmen played the Greeley Grays on
The
Tuesday last week,
Mound visit,
at
the
home,
second time
back on the
that
20th,
they have
Noah
visited
Silver came on to pitch with
this
number
inning.
9 in a 5-5 ball game.
Ortiz went out to have a conversation with Santos,
Work out of the inning,
and their head coach out there now after
Jared Jones is hoping that this situation can run the same way.
Gonzalez made his way over to second. It is actually Brian Gardner on the base paths for the Dodge City A's.
Trying to avoid being swept by the Dodge City A's in 3 games.
And a 1-0 count as we will go back to work with Dawson Stutz at the plate.
Trying to settle down
Stutz 1 for 4 in this ball game.
after the error by Braden Zirkle, which pulled Tucker Bond off the bag, put him on base. He reached second on a wild pitch.
Santos comes set.
Ortiz. He comes
1-0
on,
delivery.
1-0, right in there, a fastball pumped down the middle, 1-1 the count.
1-1 count to Stutz.
Santos just trying to work one batter at a time. He sets on up. He will deal the 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a foul
Fouled
ball
off by
pass to Ortiz, and
Stutz.
it's quickly
A
1-2.
1-2 count
Top
to
for
him.
Jared Jones.
Nobody out. One runner on for the Dodge City A's.
And he's one away
20
from out
combined
the ball
runs
before facing the
in this
impact
ball
of
game.
Sandoval.
18
Stutz has
of
struck
them
out twice
in
today.
the
That was
first
two
4
times he came up
innings.
to the dish. Santos sets the 1-0 to Stutz. Swing and a miss.
Swung on and missed.
Santos throws a fastball right on the outside part of the plate. A firework goes off to emphasize it. There's
One
man out.
away for the Dodge City A's.
Plainsmen needing to get out of this
That
frame with no
strikeout,
damage done.
one away.
Santos
Runner
trying
still in
to
scoring position.
with one out
Brings
to the
in
left.
Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval 2 for 4. 2 singles,
Sandoval
a ground out, and a fly out for him.
singled, grounded out, and flown out. He will
Pitch
take the first
missing
ball.
low makes it 1-0.
Is 1-0 from Santos to Sandoval.
The 1-0 delivery coming from Santos. The pitch as he comes
One
set.
home to Sandoval.
Missing well outside.
Second, it is quickly 2-0.
2-0 the count for Sandoval.
As
And at
Santos
last check, Matthew Sandoval still yet to commit to move on to the 4-year level after completing his sophomore campaign for Midland College. Sandoval strokes that one, headed out into left field, but
of Kate Owens, throw to second, high.
that will double off.
Double play, a line out, right into the glove of Kate Owens, a rocket to second, a jump and a leap by Trey Rugging.
And that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth, and
10
the
to 10, your score.
Plainsmen looking to walk this one off. And the A's trying to send this one to extras. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back in as we begin to wrap this one up. And not a whole lot can be said about this ball game. A total of I need to go back and look. A total of 16. Yes, I said that right. 16 errors